binoculars, welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the very latest as usual. We start with Ousmane Dembele, as a fresh report is claiming that Dembele has rejected Barcelona's final renewal proposal. So that's the end of Dembele saga. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about veteran defender Gerard Piqué, as it has been reported that Piqué has made 6 promises to Barca president Joan Laporta ahead of next season. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. After months and months of speculations, the Ousmane Dembele contract saga is finally coming to an end, it seems. According to Sique Rodriguez of SER Catalonia, Dembele has rejected the latest contract proposal from Barcelona and is all set to depart as a free agent in a little over 2 weeks' time. Ousmane Dembele's contract situation has dominated the headline for a long time. The Catalans had ended talks with the winger's camp midway through the campaign after he had rejected a contract offer at the time. However, his performances in the second half of the campaign and the insistence of manager Xavi Hernandez forced the club to reignite negotiations over the past couple of months. Despite having held multiple meetings with Dembele's camp, an agreement had not been finalized. Over the past weeks, reports started to emerge that the French international was close to agreeing terms with Chelsea, while he was yet to respond to Barca's proposal. The Blaugrana for Japan had already decided not to hold any more fresh meetings and had decided to start plans for the upcoming campaign without factoring in the former Borussia Dortmund starlet. Now, as per the aforementioned report, Ousmane Dembele has decided not to accept Barcelona's offer for an extension. It is further claimed that Barcelona do not intend to return with any more fresh proposals, meaning that the winger's fate is pretty much sealed. Dembele, whose contract runs out on June 30th, will now leave the club as a free agent when that happens. It will bring an end to his 5-year association with Barca, after he arrived from Dortmund in the summer of 2017 in a deal worth €130 million just to replace Neymar Jr., who left at the time. His time at Camp Nou has been largely dominated by injuries and fitness problems, while he has also had problems with disciplinary behavior off the field. So, what we were all expecting, that's it. Dembele will not be a Barca player anymore from next season onwards. And from the very beginning, there was no indication. How can I put it? There was nothing to even show that there's a promise somewhere that Dembele's camp will even accept Barca's proposal, and there was no indication that Barca will ever accept Dembele's demands. And I think that's a good decision by Barcelona not to hold any other meetings, because it is all in vain. I still don't get how ungrateful a player like Dembele is. 5 years, to be honest with you, if we all want to evaluate the 5 years, I know there are some Dembele fans out there, but if we all want to evaluate the 5 years Dembele has made at Barca, it's far below expectations. That's not what we were all expecting from Dembele when we signed him back in 2017. Full of injuries. I think this is just the highest. This season that just got finished is the most consistent season somehow for Ousmane Dembele. Or let's just put it like the second half of this season was the most consistent, where Dembele had no issues, and it looks strange. Dembele having no issues with injury, and I don't think he had a lot to offer for Barcelona that it merits Barca to increase his demands. For what? I think Barca have just made a very good decision. Not terminating his contract, but of course letting him leave. Because from all indication, if a player claims that he loves a club, I don't think that player will be behaving like how Ousmane Dembele and his entourage are behaving. It makes no sense to me, honestly speaking. You can't keep saying, yeah, I want to stay, I want to extend my contract, but from your actions, you don't love this club. It's just all about the money. And that is just what makes the thing all bizarre for me. We all saw this coming. There was nothing promising about an extension for Ousmane Dembele. And I think Dembele leaving is what we're all expecting. Barca is bigger than any club. That's what our president Laporta always says, right? So if Dembele leave, what is the issue there? Xavi, to be honest, is the one who is trying to make things be like they're begging Dembele. Because from the onset, we quite remember, even back in the January transfer window, Barca were intent on selling Ousmane Dembele. Barca were intent on putting Dembele on the stands, not to play any game. But through Xavi's interference, things did not work the way Barca wanted, of course. But to some extent, Dembele proved some doubters very wrong. He played, I think, one of his best seasons so far was this season, you know. But nonetheless, doesn't mean that because of what he was performing on the field, we should just dive in and give what he wants, you know. So, good and fine. If he wants to leave, he should leave. If the greatest ever player, Lionel Messi, did leave Barcelona and we are still trying to cope without him, then I don't think Ousmane Dembele should be a problem. Of course, we have better players that we see them as the bright futures, players who love this club. You know, Dembele does not love Barca. I'm sorry to say this, but going by his gestures, there's no indication that Dembele did love this club and it was all about the money for him. That's my own take. I don't know about you. Then on to the next story of discussion. On Monday, major reports emerged in Spain claiming that Barcelona manager Xavi Hernandez had decided not to count on veteran defender Gerard Piqué in the upcoming season. Xavi Hernandez is understood to have held a meeting with Gerard Piqué, 2 weeks ago to inform him that he will not be a regular in his plans moving forward. Reports claim that the manager is concerned over Piqué's injury issues in recent months as well as his unprofessional behavior off the pitch leading to the decision. In the aftermath of this development, 11 TV3 in Spain reports that Barcelona president Joan Laporta too had a chat with Piqué to understand the situation. The report states that Xavi had already informed Laporta of his decision and the president spoke to the veteran defender regarding the developments. During these talks, the former Spanish international is believed to have made a series of promises to Laporta as he plans to win back the trust of the manager and become a regular in the side next season. The past few weeks have been tumultuous for Piqué with regard to his personal life, but he has vowed to separate his professional life from his off-field issues and dedicate his complete focus on football. Furthermore, the veteran defender is also said to have promised to keep his social media antics to a minimum. At the same time, Piqué is also believed to have given his word to cut down off activities in the Twitch platform. The report also claims that Piqué has informed Laporta that he would focus less on his companies and dedicate his entire attention to football, while he also plans to recover to full fitness and maintain his best levels to ensure that he works his way back into the team. Finally, Piqué has also told Laporta that wage cut that the club are planning in order to help Barca's financial situation. To prove his commitment, the defender is understood to have been showing up at the Ciutat Esportiva complex every morning at 9 a.m. in recent days to step up his recovery from the adductor injury he has suffered. The defender is intent on proving that he can be the best centre-back on the roster. Whether Piqué is able to convince manager Xavi of the same remains to be seen. So coolers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay up to date with the latest in FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.